circles, is there anything else that you would want to reinforce, in which ways we as feminine beings can come back to our like innate feminine way, and let's say let go more and more of these learned overlays of the masculine way of doing things?
Mm, beautiful question. Yeah, I love that you asked this question because, I mentioned that the feminine is relational, but it's not just relationships with other people. It's also about relationships with ourselves, first and foremost, that self-love piece. And when you read out my bio, you mentioned space, right? And I know that in another recording that we did together, I spoke about space, with S being self-love. So the foremost relationship that you have is with yourself. And this is also where the red thread comes in. So as an example, in the circles that I facilitate now, they're all done online, which means that each sister who shows up is in her own space, in her own room. And when we do a practice, so, early on I mentioned that there's this cycle, right, that each circle has, just as it mirrors our own innate rhythm and cycle. So I always follow a flow where after the opening, there are certain practices and then they're sharing. So the practices are done, I guide them through, I facilitate it, and we do it on our own. And then we have our own personal experience, our own relationship with whatever is being transmitted, whatever is coming through. And so there'll be time for us to process, to digest, and then we come together in circle to share, to witness, to honor each other. And it's both and, like these two aspects are so important. So even for the women who are unable to show up live and they watch the recording, they will also share. And many of them have expressed how, even though they were not physically present, but they felt held by that quantum field, because it is very tangible and palpable. So, and then from 1 month to the next, right, there's also your own personal process, your own personal journey of coming back into alignment, of alchemizing the lead into gold. And then when we gather again in the next circle, there is that anchoring that takes place. So the women who show up regularly, I am seeing the growth and the transformation, the transmutation is already taking place. So whether you're conscious, whether you're aware of it or not, once you set that intention, that commitment, right? We talked about this earlier about giving a message to the universe saying that you're ready to step up, and then you make the commitment to circle in this case. Your life is bound to transform. Yeah.